Dan here from Frontend Adelaide. Much like everyone else, we've been running a bunch of our stuff virtually this year. Recently, we ran a set of lightning talks from great local speakers. Lucky for you, we recorded them. So coming up is Jack McNicol talking about Snowpack. Enjoy.
Faster front-end build tool. So I don't know about you, but tooling kind of excites me. It's a bit super nerdy. The nerds tool. So, and a bit about me. Jack McNicol everywhere, on the Twitter, on the GitHub. By day, I am a technical analyst at Allegiant. Front-end, full-stack engineer for about 15 years, and sort of moved into the analyst space this year, sort of helping get better business requirements out of clients, make the job easier for developers. And by night, I've just started a role as a full stack instructor at Sydney Uni because it's the same zone. So I'm teaching class of 35 the fundamentals of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, a whole bunch of stuff. So and React, which is awesome. So cool. TLDR. So Snowpack removes the need for bundlers, Webpack password rollup, and the traditional build process by leveraging ESM syntax. So you can keep using your favorite build tools and web frameworks. Vue, Svelte. So I'm not sure how much are we split across those four. It plugs in with all your favorite build tools as well, like Babel and TypeScript. Must-have features that you need in a tooling kit, because obviously there is a landscape already. HMR, module reloading, right? You need that instant reloading when you save that file, editing that file. Smash bang. Ooh, we've got mix up there, but we've got out of the box support for TypeScript, JSX, CSS modules. So we definitely need that. It's got a BYO bundler for production optimized builds, so it doesn't try and be a replacement completely for your Webpacks and your rollups. We're really only talking about your development builds, right? So your development builds are not going to use that, but it can utilize those existing tools, right, for the production stuff, right, where you really want to get your rollups and your Webpack sort of splitting, doing all the code splitting you need, and running it through Terza and all those type of build tools on the production side. But on the dev side, we don't need that. So we'll get that in a minute. Create Snowpack app, zero config, right? Create React app. It's got a create Snowpack app version where you can just bang with NPX. I don't know if you're familiar with NPX, it's great. Runs the tool but doesn't install it, right? So you can run it again. All right, key differences. Unbundled during development, all right? Interesting. 0.1 file builds, all right? What's that? 0.1 file builds. Basically, it only builds the file that you change, right? Because it's unbundled, you only change one file, it'll build the one file, right? In traditional build tools like Webpack, right? Whenever you change one file, it has to kind of build out these entire chunks, right, of your app just because you changed one file. So this means faster builds. It means your project file doesn't affect, project file size doesn't affect the build's performance, and individual files can be cached the first build, only rebuilding what's changed. So that means your dev server is going to start quick, 50 milliseconds I've seen, 40 milliseconds on times I've seen. And the way it's doing the unbundling is it's using native ESM modules in the browser, right? If you're not familiar with ESM modules, ECMAScript modules, they're in our evergreen browsers, ready to rock and roll, but we are still, for some reason, bundling everything in dev mode and in production. Why is that? So what about no modules though, right? How do we handle that? So Snowpack has this cool technique where it takes your node modules and converts them to what they call web modules, and then allows the dev server to essentially serve them as ES modules on the dev server. So you've got your Preact, your React, and the Vue. It'll take ESM versions of those and serve them straight from the browser. So what does that look like? All right. So you can use this today. Script type module, it becomes an ESM module in the browser. Here we have Preact and HTML. We can instantly use without doing any sort of transformation or running it through Babel or any of that stuff. Right now, we can drop these in and start using Preact in the browser, which is awesome. What works right now, here's the browser support. We've got pretty much full coverage across all the things that we care about. IE is still in the land today, but obviously it's such a small percentage. It could be a judgment call as to whether your project needs to support that any longer. I did some test testing with a local sort of app. This is Create React app in a production build, 11.4 seconds. So this is a small web bundle, about 14 dependencies, npm dependencies, that is. 11.4 seconds. In a Create Snowpack app, we got it down to 5.4. So we saved 6 seconds. And if you extrapolate that out over a daily development time of changing branches and features and stopping and starting, how that time adds up over a week, and you can claw back hours. What about Webpack 5? That just dropped October 10th, so 5 days ago. Does that change anything? Not particularly. Definitely Webpack 5 has some great performance improvements, but it's not really doing that ESM loading in the browser. It's still doing the traditional bundling sizes. I believe it's got some really good tree shaking performance improvements, and just the overall bundle size is down. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see how quickly that gets adopted. But I would definitely check out these resources and go see about Snowpack. Snowpack.dev. Skypack.dev is a sort of a clone, not a clone, a rethinking of npm.js, the package library. They take any packages that are ESM compatible, and they'll run like a CDN version of the same, because you can actually use the CDN version directly in your browser with that, setting the script type module, importing it straight in, and rock and roll based on a CDN. So you don't even need a bundle or a tool at all. And Fred K. Scott is the author. I think he works at LogRocket, so definitely worth checking out. Thanks, everyone. Go try out ESM today.